Hey, this is Coach Charles here with Fit Health in Herndon, Virginia. Today we're going to be talking about using a lacrosse ball and this kettlebell here to weigh the lacrosse ball down to help out releasing areas of your pelvis. Alright, so why would we do this? Well, today I was trying to squat and I had this weird feeling in my hips. Okay, so as I was moving up and down, it just didn't feel quite right. And I know that from previous experience that's going to lead to lower back pain. So I knew that I needed to release my hip flexors, and I'm going to jab this ball down into my hip flexors, and then I'm going to use this weight here to help weigh it down. Now, you can do it with your thumbs, but we've just found over time that it can be very difficult to jab your own thumbs into those hip flexors because it's pretty painful. Also, exerting that pressure there while you're trying to release the hip flexor at the same time can be kind of difficult. So if we use a ball instead of your thumb, and then we use an external weight instead of you providing the force, it just tends to work a lot better. Alright, so let's see what that would look like and see if we can clear up that weird feeling in my hips. It's probably my SI joint being slightly out of position from all of the tugging from the hip flexor. Now, why does this tend to happen though? I get asked that question a lot because a lot of my clients have had this problem. And mostly it comes from sitting all the time. So things get out of whack in your hips, your pelvis region, and then those hip flexors begin to tighten up. So see, I'm sitting right now, and so those hip flexors are shortened. Now, if I try to stand up, maybe I can't stand up all the way. But after we do this, it's going to be pretty easy. I'm going to have a nice fluid set of hips. Now, another way that you can check to see if you need it is you can put your hand underneath your lower back. And this works for a lot of people. So I can put my hand almost all the way through, which means my lower spine is pulled up towards the ceiling a little more than it would normally be. So after we do this releasing, I probably won't be able to put my entire hand all the way underneath my back. This may not work for everybody, but it's a great test for the majority of the population. All right, here's the ball. That ball is going to get placed right around in here. So if I went to my belly button and the top of my hip, it's about halfway across and then down into the pelvis. So press down there, grab this weight. Okay, now straighten that leg, and I'm going to raise it up, drop it down. Oh man, can I feel it dig it in? Okay. Whew. So I'll do a few of these up and down until I start to feel it release a little bit. Okay. And then I'm going to move the ball just slightly into another position there. Kind of hold that into place. And then move it up into another spot. It feels like it's done some loosening up. Drop that ball there. Now when I go to put my hand underneath, I'm getting caught right here on my hand, whereas before I could get my entire hand under my back and slightly up onto my arm. So that hip flexor was way too tight, and it was pulling on my lower spine and causing me to overarch. Okay. So that's all you need to do in general to release that lower back when you get this really weird feeling in your hips. Can't really describe it other than it just doesn't feel right as I'm moving up and down through a squat or even a deadlift kind of thing. All right, let me know if you have any questions or comments below, and I'll be sure to get back to you. See you next time.